Do we really need Black History Month? I tend to agree with Morgan Freeman, who expressed that there is no need to confine Black history to a single month.
You're going to relegate my history to a month? Which month is White History Month?
Black history is American history.
What's your perspective on this?
Alvin, that's an excellent question. I would actually go back, if I could, return the question for you in a sense that I give you a couple examples what I mean by that. I'm sure you've heard about Tulsa, Oklahoma. Have you heard about Tulsa, Oklahoma in Greenwood?
I've heard, yeah.
Or Rosenthal schools, Rosenwater, I should say, schools. Have you ever heard about that? I could probably go on about things that have happened in the Black community, both good and bad, that America, and I'm talking about as a whole, we haven't done it justice. And so when I think about Black History Month, I think some people think about, okay, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, but I think there is so much rich history. Black inventors who created the elevator, created the traffic light, created the air conditioning unit, and the list goes on. And I think it's important for us to highlight that Black history doesn't start or end with slavery. And I think it's good for the Black community, especially for young Black kids, to see so many people who have participated in the growth of this nation. You think about Tuskegee University, how that institution came about. You think about the number of Black institutions, historical Black colleges, and how they came about. I don't think I can tell you about King Henry VIII and about his wife. I can't tell you about as much as W.B. Du Bois or many others, Nat Turner, who impacted this country here in America. And I think for a lot of people, the reason why Black History Month is important is because just understanding who are these great people and what they did and how they did it. We wouldn't need Black History, I think, month if we did Black history in this country justice. And we understood, I didn't know anything about Rosenthal schools. There were over 5,000 of Black community across the Southeast and the Southeast here, created over 5,000 schools with their own money to educate their own children. Who knew? I didn't know about that. And every day I'm learning things that Blacks have contributed to society, not just America, but the world. And we just something there, we haven't done it justice. And I would be the first one to get rid of Black History Month if we were able to do justice to the many Black heroes and sheroes who contributed to society. And there's so many of them. You and I can have a whole entire podcast and then we will never cover all the people who impacted the shoes. There was an African-American created the soles of the shoes to go inside shoes. And the list can go on about African-American inventors and creators and those who've impacted. And not to say that we don't take away from Martin Luther King or Malcolm X or Rosa Parks, but I think having Black history help us remind us there are so many people who've contributed to the society is absolutely amazing.